What's up? So, surprise! Yumatuki jump scare. Bam! So, to make a long story short, I am bored as hell. And I ended up in this situation where I'm home. I got a space to myself. And it's New Year's Eve and I got nothing to do. So screw it. Let's do some Tuki. Also, just in general, it's been ages since I've done Yumatuki. I basically haven't touched the game since I got home from break. But I want to do all of the expeditions for today, no matter how long that takes. So we got Cliffside Woods, we got Neon Caves, we got all three of the specials. And we also have a vending machine to, I believe this is Surgical Scissors World, which is no small feat. Let's start with Cliffside Woods, because I don't even think I recognize this area. This might be a new location. Let me just, like, make tabs in YumaWiki. I'll just make this one Surgical Scissors World. Yeah, right, this is from Ocean Subsurface, so this'll take a second. I don't know if I remember this one. I think Frigid Meadow is, kind of terrifying, if that's the area that I'm thinking of. Let's just start with Cliffside Meadow. Screw it. But yeah, I hope y'all have had a good break. I've had a very restful and slightly stressful break. Stressful just because. What's the best way to put? I don't know the best way to put it. I now have nothing to do, and my mind is now abuzz with things that I could or should be doing. And, well, you know, it's like it's the exact opposite of option paralysis, which is the issue that I was having earlier. Oh, jeez. Okay. I think I see where I need to go. A toilet in Wonderland. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been a fun... It's been fun, it's been a restful break. And I look forward to being in a situation where I have things to do so that I can procrastinate, as weird as that sounds. Sometimes it's more fun to stream when I have things that are already on my plate, because I can use it as a break. But when there's nothing to do, it's it's a bit harder. Weirdly enough, it's a bit harder to get motivated. I hate that that's how my motivation works. I gotta wrangle it. Gotta wrangle it at some point to be less stupid. But for the time being, that's what I'm stuck with. Anyway. I've got some fun stories. And the first story that comes to mind is I want to talk about a project that I ended up taking on basically on a whim, and it drove me insane, mostly. So, it all revolves around that Isaac mod that ended up getting a decent amount of traction, the typing mod. To this day, I'm still really, really proud of it. I think it turned out amazingly. However, wait, is Neon Caves? Oh my god, Neon Caves is on the path from Surgical Scissors. Okay, let's move that. How do I want to do this? I think I go the path to Neon Caves, and then I do the Celestial Knight stuff after the fact. And then, whatever. We'll see where the night takes us from there. Let's go Infinite Library, why not? Little Arrow. I always pick the wrong book there. It's this book. But, that typing mod, there was a point in time where, before I fully stopped working on it, until further notice, that I was adding little things that people in the comments were asking for. And it wasn't anything, like, super crazy at first. It was just like, hey, can you add mod config? Can you add a mod config menu compatibility? Can you add this thing? Can you add that thing? And I obliged. And then there was one person in particular that asked for something a bit unique. And I was fine with seeing where it took me, because at first I didn't, like, I knew it was going to be a lot of work, but I didn't think it was going to be as taxing as it ended up being. There was a user who was, I can only imagine it was something like Chinese was their first language, English was their second, and they were using it to improve their typing skills or just to learn English. Either of the two. Hey. And they asked me if I could implement Chinese subtitles. And I said yes, like a dumbass. So there's a couple of problems. The main problem is that the way that Isaac renders text, it only accepts ASCII characters. So like the most basic of basic. Any characters that aren't English-based, so any Cyrillic characters, any like Chinese or Japanese characters, are just gonna show up as garbage. So if I wanted to implement that, I basically had to do it semi-manually. So I thought, okay, like that's kind of obnoxious, but I can roll with it. So I looked around, and there's already some mods that do stuff like this. There's an extension for EID, what was it, external item descriptions that does this. And I think there's like a game translation mod that also does this. So I poked around and was like, okay, how do they do it? They do it by taking all of the text and exporting it as images and having it render the images. Oh no. Like, surely there's an easier way to do this, right? No. There is not an easier way to do this. So, I ended up having to write a external Java program that takes in that gigantic English dictionary of words that I had formatted for the other stuff. Takes every single one of them. I forget where you have to go for this. I'm on the right track. There we are. I had to take every single one of them, make a black and white image with the Chinese characters, export it as an image with a specific name, and then in-game, run through every single one of those images and find the one that I'm looking for that specific situation. It was hell on earth, but I did it. Oh, I didn't know you could do this. That's cute. So that was definitely something. It was in the same bucket as the what was the other model that I had to do that for? The Gay Pride model, so I had to do something like that because I had to make a external Java program that made like a range of colors for me to manually put into a Lua program because there's no way to make like a clean rainbow effect using just RGB values. So I've been busy with code that has been driving me insane. But there is a method to my madness. Well, kind of. I like to think that there's a method to my madness. Oh! Where? Okay, there you are. There is Firehead's room. I love just the random conversations I can see in text chat sometimes. Urosuki doing Gangnam Style with the shit out of Uboa. It might be canon. Serious debate. If I remember correctly, for some reason I kept assuming that the way that you got out of this was just by waiting around a little bit. No, you just have to go back to bed without killing the Shadow Firehead. Your ass is going to the depths. There we go. Surgical scissors. Now I just need to find that vending machine. Oh, easy. There's a vending machine here. And no people, weirdly enough. I expected there to be a whole crowd, but I guess everyone's off doing the New Year's stuff. Also, hell yeah, look at that. Where are you? 25 vending machine finder expeditions, huh? Next up is 50, and then 100, and then... I'm not actually sure what the max is. I think it's 250? I will eventually get there, but I do vending machines even slower than I do regular expeditions, so... that is going to take a very long time. But I think I may as well talk about my next big project, something cool that I've been sort of like messing around with. I've been working on an AI project, and it's not... It feels weird to say, like, oh, it's not that impressive, because, you know, the enjoyment you get out of something like that is in the eye of the beholder. Like, I personally don't think it's that advanced or good at all, but In a vacuum, it's kind of cool. But I'm eventually going to do what I can to improve it, make it better, do something with it. And eventually that's going to be the edited video. And the reason why I haven't even started on it, frankly, because I was not expecting it to take as long as it did for me to actually finish the bare bones of it. Because I think, like, once the bones are done, it'll be pretty easy to actually make the video about it. It's just like, yeah, I did this thing, I added this feature. It was kind of cool. Rinse and repeat that sort of structure for like 15 minutes or so. But... oh, right, I gotta look up... I gotta remind myself. Right, this one you just have to walk around and look for things. My eventual goal with all of the PopCap games is I want to make AI that's either like an assistant for helping you play the game, or maybe just like I made a slightly modified version and I made an AI that plays it decently well, that kind of stuff. Basically, I think like it's kind of similar to what CodeBullet does. I'm still not sold on the input hook sort of aspect of it. Like, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to make it actually play the games. I sure would like to, but I don't know how you would. I have ideas, but I know basically nothing. Right, there we go. And now... right. 2 left, 5 up. 1, 2... there we go. Right, and head northeast. To here. And then up to this door. Yeah, Windswept Scarlet Sands. Oh god, are they arguing over whether a tomato is a fruit or a vegetable in chat? I think scientifically it's a fruit, legally it's a vegetable. This was a whole thing. That if... let me see if I remember the story correctly, because it's been a while since I read it. If I remember correctly, it had something to do with it was sort of like accidentally linked to the changes made to school lunch during the Obama administration, weirdly enough. Sounds completely unrelated at first, bear with me for a moment. What some schools were doing was they were essentially double dipping and treating the tomato as either a fruit or a vegetable, whatever was easier to work with. And I'm not shaming the schools are doing this because they were working on a shoestring budget. This is school lunch we're talking about. We all like to poke fun at school lunch, but considering the money that they have to work with, it's amazing that they make anything palatable. And they ended up taking it to court. It's like, once and for all, is it a fruit or is it a vegetable? And I think they decided, if I remember correctly, the final verdict was that a tomato was a vegetable on the grounds that, considering a fruit salad, you would not put a tomato on a fruit salad, therefore it is not a fruit. Something like that. It was some, like, semantic nonsense. I still think that it is a fruit, but it's a whole thing. Okay, it's shrine time. We have 3 options. We have Celestial Knight, Shinto Shrine, and Fox Temple. I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess that everyone's AFKing in Celestial Knight. So let's start with the Shrine and the Temple first. I think... Oh. Right, Fox Temple you can get to from Constellation World, so let's just go to Shinto Shrine. Oh, oops. Wait, is Pareko online? Oh shit. There he is. Slowly but surely, everyone is coming online. I don't actually know where everyone is time zones wise. I'm Eastern US, so I only have what, 37 minutes? And Fox Temple. Okay. Okay. Red Lily Lake. I'm getting flashbacks. I see the music note. Oh god. I see the music note. I am reminded of trying to go for Innocent Dream. I am in game. And I'm online. Hang on. Once I get to Fox Temple, I'll hang there for a bit. Right, and I'm just gonna follow this guy because I forget where I'm supposed to go. Oh right, glasses. Hang on. I completely forget. Fox Temple, you're in here somewhere. The southwest corner of the area. With every passing moment, I want to play Undertale Yellow more and more. I've heard good things. And I'm also in I'm in the situation, thankfully, where I have not breathed much of a word about it. Nor have I looked up much about it. So I don't have to worry about the game being spoiled for me, thankfully. Okay, so that's the path to Fox Temple. Is it this one? It must be. Hang on. Glasses effect. Is it... A small 3-star constellation leads to the night version of Fox Temple. Oh, wait, it's... I see. It's this one. Over yonder by the teleport. Oh, the little foxes! Poor little foxes. Oh my god. I still don't know if donating to the thing does anything, but... whatever. It's more... more stuff. Happy New Year's, every nyan. God. Yeah, screw it. Let's go to Celestial Night, and... God, there's a million ways to get here. Let's just go through Strawberry Milk Sea, because that's the way I'm familiar with, but there's a bunch of ways. There's definitely people. Also, oh my... hang on. Yes. I love this emote. I love it so much. It's so cute. Look at him go. Okay. Oh, there you are. What's up? Happy New Year's to you too. Guess from here. Let's just head to Grey Road. Screw it. Let's take the path to Celestial Night, the path that I totally remember and haven't completely forgotten. Florist. Man, when's the last time I went to Florist? Oh my god, that's also really cute. There's a flower in here somewhere. I don't remember which one. Oh, it's not even a flower, it's this, right. Hello, weird little mandrake things. Yes, there we go. This leads to... Cocktail Lounge. Oh, right. Right. Isn't this... There's an isolated one somewhere. Yeah, right. This is just a random... This is just a random area in the middle of Cocktail Lounge. But I gotta get over to Mask Shop, which I'm not positive how the heck you're supposed to get there, but I'm fine with wandering around for a bit. We still got over half an hour before midnight, so I'm not crunched for time at all. Yeah, so it's not there. There we go, Shop Ruins. And then from Shop Ruins we go to Realm of Gluttony, which I think is the top floor? I think I was just on the top floor. But there's that one area with the, what am I thinking of? I think it's this room, maybe? No, it's definitely not this room. Okay. The creatures. Halloween zone. Interesting. There we go. This area is huge. There's so many weird things abound. It's like, I forget who made these maps, but there's a lot of care put into them. Oh, wow. Oh, right, this room. Oh. Right, shit. That's the entrance to Cocktail Lounge, so I think just like right over to the right is where Realm of Gluttony is. But there's such a crazy amount of care put into these, put into this world, into like Dream Mexico as well. So much cool stuff, so much delicious flavor. And I always get lost here, though this might be the right way. Come on. Oh. Well, it kinda is. I can just go from here. Lay Pink Honeycomb. This area is super cute. I think this is it, yeah. Celestial Night. And we made it with like a half hour to spare. Take a screenshot for the for the photo album that I definitely have. But yeah, I guess we just chill. I'm fine with just chilling here. Oops. And taking in the cool sights and waiting for the new year to get to be rung in. We got like a half an hour. And I mean, I'm also basically out of conversation topics, weirdly enough. I was kind of hoping I'd have more. Yeah, pardon the noise. Come on. There we are. Hey! Zycart surprise. I'm just kind of chilling in Celestial Night, waiting for it to strike midnight. Also, thank you for getting my stupid emote. I very much appreciate it. And like I think I said it in the, I don't remember, it was in the post or something. If you have any suggestions for other emotes, feel free to let me know, because I added one and then I was immediately out of ideas. But I said I was going to add a 28, so very first thing I did was add a 28. But I don't have eggnog because I don't really like drinking eggnog, but instead I have a root beer float. And it is extremely tasty, but I know that tomorrow I know that I'm going to be up until like 3 a.m. because of it, but whatever. Oh god, we do need a yick out emote, don't we? That's perfect, actually. That is something that I'm I'm both excited and terrified for when I get back up to school, because it means I'm going to be able to continue Yick, but it also means I will have to continue Yick. And I don't know what to expect from Yick going forward. Like, every time I played, the dialogue got a little bit better and also a little bit worse. It kind of like fluctuated from day to day. That sometimes it was basically fine and sometimes it was completely unbearable, and it would just swap back and forth. It seems like it's on kind of a high right now, but I don't trust it. I don't trust it at all. But I mean, I'm excited for things to come. I'm excited to finish Yick. I'm excited to do more Tukey, eventually to do Collective Unconscious whenever that comes. I will definitely be doing tons of that. I want to do World of Goo. I want to do Hey, Happy New Year! Glad you could make it. I eventually also want to do. I think I mentioned it offhand. I want to go back and do Final Fantasy: The Four Heroes of Light, because that is a game that's very nostalgic for me, but I played it for like 2 sessions and then dropped it out of nowhere because other things came up. Yeah, no problem. The only reason I was here was that, my mom has a cold, and I didn't really want to go with my dad because we usually go up to some friends of the family to celebrate New Year's. But the thing is, every time I go, I'm bored. I'm bored out of my skull. It's not their fault. It's just that I don't know. It's just there's not a lot of things for me to do over there. And usually I would at least have my brother to bounce off of, but my brother is currently off. He's off visiting his girlfriend, and then after he's done with that, he's gonna go straight from visiting his girlfriend to go back up to campus. So he's out of commission for a while, and that includes being out of commission for tonight. So the one person who would normally be there to keep me from being bored out of my skull is not gonna be there. So I decided to just screw it and stay home. And I feel like this is a good replacement. I am fine with just chilling at home because last time I was up there, it eventually became probably like an hour and a half of watching later seasons of Community, which, oh god. that show that show desperately needed Dan Harmon. When Dan Harmon was not there, that show was real bad. And it was especially bad because I had no emotional attachment to any of the characters, because I've never seen Community before. So I was just watching these episodes like, damn, this kind of sucks. I'm sure it would be better if I had some sort of an emotional attachment to these characters. And emotional attachment, I mean, is basically... It's a Seinfeld kind of show. Like, there is no real emotional attachment, but at least, like, comedic attachment, if nothing else. But I didn't recognize any of these characters, and on top of that, it was the late season drawl that a lot of comedies fall into, where it's like, yeah, we've already been doing this for 7 seasons. All the characters act the same in every situation, and we've gone through most of our funny situations already, so whatever. It's kind of just, it was mid. It was very, very mid. Though I realize as well, I gotta get around to watching the new episodes of Futurama, which I hope that they are good. I have not seen, I think I saw the first 2 episodes and I thought they were pretty good. They weren't spectacular, but they were worth watching. I enjoyed them. They did do this thing where they were so proud of themselves for bringing the show back from the dead that for the first episode, that is all they talked about. And like, yeah, it is funny for a moment. Kind of like how when the show got resurrected after the movies, they made an offhand joke about what was it? Basically them getting picked up by Comedy Central, and they made some jokes about that. But it was a one-off joke at the start of the episode. And then the rest of the episode was something else entirely, because I think that episode was Reincarnation. But with this episode, the entire point of the episode was Fry binge-watching shows on Hulu, basically. I think it was called Fulu and not Hulu, if I recall correctly, but it was Hulu. It's like, that's funny for a little bit, but I don't know. It wore out its welcome a lot faster than the Comedy Central bit did. And the episodes that I did watch gave off the vibe of almost like a Where Are They Now kind of thing. It's like all this time has passed, So, what's going on with all these characters? Like, one of the other episodes, they revisit a random story beat between, Amy and Kif that had been sitting in the oven for God knows how long, because that much time had passed in real life. And it took so long for those episodes to come out that they were able to make an episode about something that normally I think it I forget how much time was supposed to have passed. It was like I think it was like 18 years. But they were able to make it. I'm blabbing. Happy 30th anniversary, Yume Tuki. We got 18 minutes. Oh yeah, what I can do... Hang on. Let me see... I hope this doesn't freeze it. Yeah, it did freeze it. Shit. Quickly. There we go. So, this is that Seven Seas thing that I was mentioning. Let me, like move it off to the side over here. Look at this. So, what it does is it's Seven Seas. It's that old stinky PopCap game. Up to a certain point. I made some changes to it. And I made an AI that plays it. It randomly generates a board of ships and rocks and whirlpools, and your ship is always in the center, the whirlpools are always on the edges. And it just plays. It tries to find the best move. And the game either ends when there's no possible moves left for the ship, or all the enemy ships are dead. And it's really cool, and I'm eventually going to make a video where I go into a bit more detail about how it works. But my eventual goal at the end of the day is to do something like that for all of the PopCap games, or at least all the ones before a certain point. Because with some of them, like Peggle, with Peggle in particular, I have a more ambitious goal in mind, but I won't say too much about it, but just know that I have something cooking, not even on the back burner, on the back burner, that I haven't even started on, but I have plans. I have big plans. Now, whether or not it reaches the high aspirations that I have for it, it might. You can never really tell with big projects. Because I think with basically every large project that I've done, both for Isaac and for the channel, it has morphed into something else at least once. Gruntsuki. I forget, is this an event? No, it's not. Ooh, actually, that's something that I can do to occupy my time. I can become an eyeball dice. However long that ends up taking. Lots of ones. There we go. The cat is better, I'll admit. Freaking Boggle, man. Man, humor is weird. Because there are a lot of words like that are just inherently funny, and I can't, for the life of me, I can't figure out why. Grendel, Boggle, Fumble. Humor's weird. Oh god, the butter on the dog. There is this. Every once in a while I'll see a YouTube thumbnail and it will just haunt me. And more recently, I saw a thumbnail at one point that it was like butter dog type beat, and it has haunted me to this day. I don't know what it means. I still have not clicked on the video, but the thumbnail haunts me. There's also a great one that I found at one point that was it was just like an art history kind of channel. And the video was titled, "Why did Edward Hopper paint this clown?" It was just like a sad portrait of a clown. And it just killed me. I don't know why. It was a great picture. Man. 19,000 more years of Yumatuki. They should make... I feel like they should make, what's the best way to put it? They should make pre-mixed root beer floats. With just, like, the root beer... I don't know if it would be better to make... for it to be root beer with cream in it? Or, cream and sugar with, like, root beer flavor in it. But either way, it's delicious. I'm trying to put it down super, super daintily so that you guys don't hear a bang in the mic. Also, I forgot to mention this until now, but I think I mentioned it in one of the posts. And the next stream that I do is going to be another Tuki stream. And unfortunately, this idea is no longer original. I saw on the Tuki Discord that a Japanese streamer did the exact same thing that I was thinking of doing, because it's not super original. But I want to try and bring the salt cube all the way down to the depths, because in a more recent update, they made it so that you can now successfully bring masks all the way down. And I thought it would be really funny I thought it would be really funny if I could take what's already a super slow mask and then go all the way down to the depths. I feel like that would be kind of hilarious. And it would take ages. Don't get me wrong, I tried to ask Yuga how long the trip took, but I didn't get a straight answer past like, oh, maybe like probably more than 30 minutes. With how slow the salt cube is, that can be anywhere from 35 minutes to an hour and a half. I genuinely don't know. Oh, the mask. So, I'm trying to remember how you get there. It's off of Hot Air Balloon World. There's an area called Himalayan Salt Shoal. And there's a sub-area of Himalayan Salt Shoal where you can get a mask of just a big block of salt. A big block of, like, Himalayan rock salt. And you move even slower than normal. I think you move at the same speed as a Hanawa. So my thought was it would be really funny to bring it all the way down to the Nexus. Or not to the Nexus, all the way down to the depths. Yeah, the pink rock. The good news is I wouldn't have to go and grab it from the Red Streetlight route. The Red Streetlight World route. God, I'm tired already. Because once you pick it up for the first time, you can just grab it from Dream Wardrobe, thankfully. The same place where you get all the portals. But I want to do that. I also kind of want to do another Yik stream, because I feel like Yik is at its most fun when everyone gets to share in the apprehension. Because it's one thing for me to experience all this stuff for the first time and be like, yeah, this sucks. Why is Alex? Why is Alex? Why has he been talking for the past 15 minutes about random nonsense? Why did he just say that? That kind of stuff. I feel like it would be a lot more fun to share the apprehension with my audience. Everyone gets to experience it in real time. Happy 1984. I mean, you know what? I've been sitting around looking for things to do. Maybe after it strikes midnight, maybe I just pick a random game on Steam and I play that. Because, you know what? As long as I'm around, I may as well do something. Oh, speaking of pink rock. Where did they come from? they just appeared. They got back just in time. Everyone say Happy New Beer. Oh god. I like stalking people in their dreams. Who? Freddy Krueger posted this. I'll get it primed and ready. Come on. We're almost there. Hey! Oh god, I can hear the fireworks starting. A happy Halloween to you too. Oh god, Clover's in... What time zone even is that? Is that Western US? I actually don't know. There is no end for New Year's Eve for you. Alright, what now? Because on one hand, I would be content with ending it here, but on the other hand, why not? Let's just do... I'm fine with doing something else just for the hell of it. So I think I've done everything here. Done all the dailies. Besides going to Galeta World and Uneven Dream. Ah, yes, it is Western US. Screw it. So give me just a moment. Let me find the cocktail lounge music and bring it back on. Oh, actually, this is better. The Afterlife from Hylix. You know, I'm tempted to start playing Hylix, but I think I want to wait to do it all in one sitting, or at least all. I want to be able to do the sessions somewhat close to each other, and I'm not sure I'll have an opportunity to stream again, or at least even like record again before I go back up to college. So, what to do? I'll just call it. I'll just call it. Screw it. I'm spent all this time ruminating, thinking like, oh, what do I do now? Whatever. I'll save that for another time and another stream when I actually have things lined up that I could potentially do. But for now, that'll do it. Oh yeah. Happy New Year, y'all. I guess next recording session will be, I can check my calendar to see when I'll actually be back up in college. January 14th from the looks of it. So I still got a few weeks down here. And I'll be working on the larger projects, so maybe there will be an unvoiced thing where I show something cool off, but apart from that, that's all I got. Take it easy, y'all.